Well, Police Minister Bheki Cele has encouraged officers to use their weapons to protect themselves. Speaking in Cape Town earlier today, Cele says officers should not allow criminals to take advantage of them. The minister also talked tough about gender-based violence. Lindsay Dentlinger is following the story for us. She joins us now live. So, Lindsay, you, of course, attended the Police Minister's festive readiness briefing. Tell us how it went.
So the minister started off at a squadron base in Belhar, where he was really speaking to officers to motivate them ahead of the festive season, telling them that they not only had to look after the visitors and the residents in the city, but also had to look after themselves. He cited from criminal procedure law, saying that they were entitled to use what he called the tools of their trade to protect themselves. He said he didn't want to be scooping the bodies of police officers off the pavements this festive season. Instead, it should be criminals who are gunned down and criminals who attack them who should be rounded up, and not police officers. And so he told them to do what they needed to do to protect themselves. He said that they were, on the most part, they were kind, they were good to community members who protested with no violence, and allowed people to voice their concerns on the street. But when it came to people turning on police officers, then something had to be done about it. This is what he had to say to those police officers who lined up in front of him this morning.
You protect the human rights, you protect the individuals, but remember too, you are a human, and you need to protect your basic human right, which is life itself. Therefore, look at the law. It's very clear. Criminal Procedure Act 49 says if the life of a citizen is under threat, you protect them. But if your own life is under threat, the law says you must use a deadly force to protect yourselves. So those criminals that prepare to come and cause havoc, those criminals who prepare to eliminate you along the way, please remember, we give you tools, and those tools that you are carrying, those are tools of trade, those are tools that make communities safe, those are tools that makes yourself safe. So you go and protect yourself, protect one another, protect the community, be good to community.
The minister also talking about gender-based violence yet again, Lindsay, saying alcohol is the biggest contributor to this.
So, Shahan, he was also here to oversee the destruction of alcohol that has been confiscated, mostly as a result of illegal trading. He pointed out that the amount of alcohol confiscated in this province a lot less than in other provinces, but still, he pointed out that this was obviously a major contributor to gender-based violence. But Shahan also telling police officers to stop what they are doing when somebody comes to report a gender-based violence complaint at a police station. He said he knew that this province had many problems of gangsterism, communities like the one in Makaza that he visited today that don't have their own police station, even though it was recommended through a commission of inquiry that they get one, that there are so many issues the police have to deal with on these streets in the Western Cape. But he said he wanted officers to drop whatever they were doing to assist somebody who comes in with such a complaint, and by no means should these people be sent away, sent back home to negotiate with their abusers, or told to come up with some other kind of plan. He wanted police to take seriously every complaint that came to any police station that relates to a crime, that relates to involving somebody who is vulnerable, whether that be the elderly or a child or a woman. And he was quite unequivocal about this, and he repeated this message at more than one stop that he made in Cape Town today, Shahan. Here's what he had to say about the role that alcohol is playing in gender-based crimes.
Abuse comes from the weekend that people highly consume alcohol. So it contributes a lot on the abuse, including murders, rapes, and all. I don't know why only 31% of South Africans are drinking, 31%. But you can vow that the whole nation is drunk. So I don't know why we're number 6 in the world in terms of drunkards.
All right, Lindsay Dentlinger is in Cape Town.